Shalom. Honor you all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shai, Shema Kakadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of great most honor to the truth, and peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Video right here. It says, Ben says, vision, so is joy and work will free. That's soon to happen.
I have to tell you guys about a dream that I had a long time ago because I feel like it's about to happen. So basically, how it started was I was in a vehicle and I was driving around the city that I live in, and it was completely dark. The vehicle that I was in was like my real car, a small sedan, blue.
It's completely dark. Going into, there we go. So then Judges 6 and 24, and it says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. My dogs are annoying, man. That was barking at the place. It's annoying though. I'll admit that. But yeah, like I was saying, the power is hydroelectrical. So if the water stops running, that means there's no power. So yeah, let's carry on.
Blue, right? So I'm in this vehicle driving around, and I get to my aunt's house. She lives in the nice side of town. And the moon's full. It's not really windy night, but it's just completely pitch black, dark out, right? So I walk up to my aunt's house and I knock on the door, and I look around and I realize that there's literally nobody here. And as I'm walking down the sidewalk, I realize that I'm literally the only guy in the city. And I don't know how, but somehow it was communicated to me by God telepathically, not a literal voice in the dream, that some major war had popped off and that there was no men in the city, right?
No man in the city. And it says, verse 33. So let me start 32. So then the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her day and her ways and her paths shall go full of thorns, because no man shall travel there. The virgin shall mourn. Crazy. Having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. So yeah, all that's going to go away, man. As it says in the word, shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and the husband shall perish of famine. Hence why there was hardly any men there. Like I said, he was the only one. So this dog, man, is barking away.
So, as I get told this telepathically, I head back to my car. And when I'm in my car, I'm holding a baby. And while I'm holding this baby, I look over and this girl that I know that's in the army appears in the driver's seat and she's holding a baby as well. And I don't know if that was God showing me that this has to do with war, because I don't really think that this girl was, specifically means that she was going to stay behind with me. I think it was more symbolic because she was in her uniform. And me and this girl were driving around the entire city holding these babies, realizing that we had a big burden to take care of these babies and that there was no men left in the town. And somehow I had the privilege of not being sent off to war, but that meant that I had this huge responsibility to take care of these babies. And this girl that was with me was completely silent. She wasn't speaking like she normally does. She wasn't talkative. She was stern and she was firm. And remember, she was in her uniform. So fast forward, and I forget about this dream, right? Well, today, my cousin, who is a huge Roblox nerd and really doesn't care about the kind of stuff, this kind of content, doesn't really watch like apocalypse, end of the world movies. He just cares about Roblox, right? And he designs software and all this. Anyways, he tells me that he has this dream where he sees me in the city that I'm in. Mind you, he lives in Omaha. I'm in a different city. He says that he sees me and we're standing outside of this care center, which is like a boys and girls home or a Critton center, which is basically a school for troubled kids, right? And he says that we're standing there, and then these guys that are overweight come with, you know what, boomsticks, and they try to attack us. Well, he says that me and him are standing there fighting.
Bro, that's crazy. And that's because of the lack of bread. Where is it? Bro, no, we don't care about your life, man. They're posting that crap. No, where was I? As it says, yeah, verse 18, it says, for because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So that just shows you, for the women, how they're going to be. As the dude said in the video, the woman that he was with was silent. That's how they're supposed to be. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbour, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, being a weapon, and spoil their goods, meaning their prized possessions, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So yeah, because of the lack of food, man. So there's another one in 2nd Esdras 15. Yeah, verse 5. 2nd Esdras 15 and 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. And says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, being his elect, and the souls of the just complain continually. As it says, and therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So yeah, the Lord's gonna start judging, man. People think it's some joke. People are gonna get drafted, man. Especially over there in America. And even here. Because this time I want to be joined up with the dirty Israelis. Guess what? Now they want your thingy. Your children to go to war. And it's gonna be young men. And it's one of those things. It doesn't matter if you don't have experience. They're still gonna take you, and you're gonna go over there, be around Iran, and then get destroyed. Usually, you go over there, you're not coming back, because you're gonna die. Let's carry on.
Them, and somehow they're chasing us, but I think he said that we get their boomsticks away from those guys and we end up winning this engagement, right? Well, he says that as we're running down the streets, he notices that he sees our family and that there's literally no men in the family left, and that there's no men left to protect the women, there's no men left to protect the kids, the girls, nothing, and that it's just me and him. And as soon as I heard that, I instantly thought of the dream that I just told you guys about. And the reason that I'm telling you this, guys, is because I don't know why, but I feel it in my spirit that they are about to pull a draft over the entire United States when this war with Iran kicks off. You have literally seen nothing, bro. And I'm telling you that I genuinely believe that a draft is coming. Whatever happens, do not believe their lies and do not sign up to fight these wars, guys.
Yeah, and even then, all I was gonna say is one thing. I forgot. But yeah, I hope it was edifying. I want to give a praise to God and glory to Yahweh, Shem HaShabbat, Shem HaKadosh, and Shalom.